Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Welcome to Wednesday, middle of the week, and a day I think a lot of you have been waiting for. A very exciting day and a little bit of a day which is kind of maybe a little bit back to front to how you were expecting it. We kickstart the day with Beautiful Beginnings, which we normally do as our second show. During this show, we're going to be looking at the Nature's Garden collection. We've also got split space dies, taking flight dies and more. It's a really jam-packed show. Plus we've got the G2 on the show for you as well. But later on, the show I know you're all waiting for, launch day, where we finally launch the fantastic Sheena Douglas Day of the Dead collection. It is now live on the website. It's taken a bit of time to load everything up, but everything is there. So we will have a little bit of a sneaky peeky look at it later in the show. We will go through everything. We've got loads of finished samples for you to have a look at as well. And if it gets to the point where you guys are like, oh, I want to see a demo before 5, we might throw in a little sneaky peeky demo for you, seeing as you got up early. Let us know what the feeling is. Do you want to save all the surprises till later? What's the vibe? Do you want to see some sneaky demos later on in Beautiful Beginnings? Do you want a full look through the collection? Whatever you want to do, you let us know and we will perhaps do some demos later on in this show. We will definitely be doing a full 2 hours in launch day later of the Day of the Dead collection, but it's over to you. Shout and holler if you want to see a demo in this show. Let me say hello though to the lady who is here with me for today. Everything's back to normal now, which is quite nice. I'm back over this side of the studio doing my usual shtick, and we've got an actual expert over the other side of the studio, not some fool pretending to be one. It is the fantastic, the wonderful Sheena Douglas. How are you, and what a collection, by the way?
Well, I thank you, by the way, and I'm tickety-boo. Yeah, all ready to, I've got my orange for my Halloween and Day of the Dead ready here, and I'm raring to go. Just loads of good stuff to play with. What's not to love? You know, great products to play with, stuff that I haven't had a chance to even look at, let alone play with. We're going to discover together in the Beautiful Beginnings, which I think is great because, you know, we can take it back to basics. I love that. But as you say, because we've got that a little bit sooner than we thought we might have, the Day of the Dead, we're going to have a little sneaky peek of that as well.
Give us a holler, you decide. It is Beautiful Beginnings though, so a good show for you to ask those questions if you're a bit of a newbie. You know, maybe you were watching last night and you're thinking, oh, look at that newbie having a bit of a craft. I'm newbie just like him. I want to know about this or about that, or I want to say this, I want to see that. Ask those questions because that's where Sheena is brilliant. You know, happy to show you techniques, happy to answer those questions. So please fire those in early doors. And as I say, we will look at the Day of the Dead collection in full, bit of a sneaky peek a little bit later, but you can buy it now. So if you know that you already want it, that's probably the best thing to do. Shop for it now and then wait for the demos and the inspo later. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials this morning, and already in is Stacey Brown saying good morning, Ben and Sheena. Good morning, Stacey, and thank you for the parcel this morning. We had a parcel from Stacey with a beautiful card and also lots of candy, including Tootsie Rolls.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, they've already been appreciated.
Yes. You know what? I don't normally, but I'm in a giving mood today, so I've actually popped them just outside for everybody to enjoy.
Oh, that's nice. Sharing is caring.
Yeah. It did say to Ben and team, not just to Ben, eat them all. So, thank you. Yeah, I have eaten a lot of the Haribo. There's still some up there on the shelf. I've shared the Tootsie Rolls and the lollipops. Crafty Melody says, hello from Germany. Hello. Hello to Lois in Ohio, and Pat, who says, good morning, Ben, Sheena, Rachel, wonderful CTV staff, and all my crafting friends for very overcast and hot New Jersey. Debbie Durrant says hello.
Deborah Durant. Good morning again, Deborah.
Brenda K. Taxworth says good morning. Carolyn Wilson says good morning. And Thea says, hoi hoi, Sheena and Ben, hoi hoi, pipaloi. Kerry Carney says, I would like to see demos before I purchase to see if I want the entire collection. And Harley McFarlane says, absolutely a demo. I tell you what, keep the comments coming in. Let me know if you're shopping already. We'll start off with the Honeysuckle collection. Yeah. And then we'll delve into the Day of the Dead. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah, you know what? I'm happy playing with any of this stuff because it's just all good stuff. So yeah, but we are here for you. Your wish is our command.
Now, we are going to start off with the Honeysuckle selection. This is just a small selection of goodies from the original collection. If you want the papers, they are also available for you on the show. The papers and the vellum, 6x6, 12x12, 8x8 vellum, A4 linen, and you can get those little sequins individually too. This collection, though, is insane value for money because look at what you're going to get for 20 quid if you're a Platinum member. £27.20, $27.20, I should say. So you're going to get a beautiful 3D embossing folder with that stunning honeysuckle on. Once again, you know, we've been doing a lot with those folders recently. Yesterday with the launch of the partial 3D embossing folders, you can see just how easily this can become a card on its own. Adding a bit of colour, bit of matting and layering, adding a sentiment, you have got a fantastic card straight away from one pass through your machine. You're also going to receive in this set the entwining honeysuckle die. So again, a beautiful sort of aperture die with all the detail there of the honeysuckle. You know, could make that into a shaker card as well if you wanted to pop the sequins behind there with a bit of acetate. We do have A5 heavyweight acetate for you on the show should you need to grab more of that. Then you've got beautiful stamps if you'd like to do a bit of colouring. Got a really nice sized honeysuckle flower. You've got your honeysuckle vine included as well. That is just a beautiful edgeable. So much detail in that one once again. One pass through your machine and you can achieve all that fantastic detail right there. We've then got your sweet honeycomb. So those are those three sort of honeycomb dies. 3 different sizes. So again, great for creating little apertures. Great for you know, creating different designs and embellishments with those shapes. You're then going to get the Sweet Honeybee, which is this set here. That did have some stamps on it right there, but I'll cover that up. It's a bit distracting. They've fallen off. But you get the little bee die, not bee day, bee die. And then you get the die for the honey as well. So you cut out those 2 stamped elements. Then you've got your little sort of textured stamp with the honeycomb detailing. And then you've got things like sweeter than honey. Be kind to yourself, honey. Kind words are like honey. I'm buzzing for you, honey. To my honey. Honey bee. I love you, honey. Be happy, honey. I've got to do them all now. You're mine, honey. Be awesome, honey. And honey meant to be honey. And then lastly, you've got your sweet sentiments, which I'm not going to read all these out, don't worry, which are all of your bee-themed sentiments. Things like life is sweeter with you, it's going to be a good day, be kind, and you're the bee's knees. So all of that is in the bundle. Look at the price, it's 55 quid or nearly $69. That's the price that you'll pay today, £20 or $27.20. If you've already crafted with that, you've got it at home, feel free to send in pics and we'll have a look at your pictures in a gallery potentially later on. And hi to Stacey Brown again, he says, I'm glad that y'all enjoyed them. We did certainly enjoy them and we will continue to enjoy them. Always feel free, dear friends, to send sweets and candies. Right, get shopping on the Day of the Dead. We will look at that in detail in just a bit, but we're going to have a quick look at the Honeysuckle collection with Sheena. And as Sheena was saying, the great thing is, it's beautiful beginnings, so new beginnings for a lot of us, you know, for a lot of people starting off, having a bit of a look into craft. First time that Sheena's worked with this collection. So as it sometimes is with Sheena, it's going to be a little bit experimental, but you are going to be using your watercolour shimmer palettes, aren't you, which are on the show? I
am, yes. I've just, you know what, this is the thing. It's, you know me, it can be like, it can change on a dime.
On a dime.
On a dime. And like within seconds. I'm on a route and then woohoo! It's a complete other tangent.
Yeah.
Should we look at a couple of samples
Why
first? I think this is just so pretty. It's gorgeous. You want the overhead or the close-up? Overhead, fantastic. That is so pretty. That's lovely. That looks like an expensive kind of a silk fabric to me.
Yeah, it does.
That centre panel. I like the backing paper. You know what? I'm thinking that might have been within the original thing.
We got that on another bundle.
Is it in another bundle?
Yeah.
Fabulous. But you know what? I just love the delicate, like the effect of this centre one. I think that taken out, just less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that on just a plain white backing would look stunning.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. And I love that gold stamping with the gold. We might do it. In fact, I'm going to do that. Decided. I'm going to leave that out. It was a bit of inspiration. But what we're going to do, I'm going to give you the heads up now. I'm going to stamp it, we're going to colour it, we're going to stamp it in gold emboss, and then we're going to colour it in with the sparkle paints.
Nice.
So it's going to be bling on bling. We might even do a little bit of blending around the outside,
Around the outside.
With even a water reactive ink pad, or even maybe an aqua pen with a bit of glycerin. But we can. What I would say is, if you see things that you like in Beautiful Beginnings especially, you don't have to do it like to the exact recipe. You can look at it and go, right, I'm tweaking a bit, exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I would say. So yeah, take it as a start off a 10. Again, that same pretty image there, but with a flat here, so not embossed. We'll come back to why you want to emboss with those paints as well shortly. This is fab. This is the folder, the embossing folder, coloured in, embossed, then painted. That's only possible if you've got a really good quality folder, Ben. If you, back in the day, some of the folders that came out were not good impressions. They
not
weren't
great.
Like, yeah, a bit like a bad impressionist back in the day. You know, it was all Jimmy Tarbuck.
Yeah,
Bad version of Jimmy Tarbuck. Boom, boom, hey, hey. Hey, hey, boom, boom. That's all you got, and it was not good. So, yeah, it wasn't a good one. So, yeah, but you couldn't colour them in very well. But you can see how much easier it is with that. So I'm going to leave that there because I'm going to just get to playing. I think we could do something even easier than the honeysuckle, though. I've got lined up and I've got it in my head with this here die.
Oh, okay.
I think because it's Beautiful Beginnings, why not let's just start off with super, super easy.
I like super, super easy.
Super, super easy.
Stuff that even I can understand.
Yeah, let's do super, super easy.
Let's see if it passes the Ben test.
Yeah, let's do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this out here.
Yeah. And
I'm going to take my my plate for the Gemini, but I've got the smaller plate. I've got some black card already cut smaller, which should be, yeah, well, it's the bigger machine, it's going to fit through. I don't know why I'm doing all the drama. Ooh, will it fit? Ooh. Yeah, you know it's going to, because, oh yeah.
Perfect.
Like. So we'll pop that on there. I'm going to put that in there so we get the double cut there. So I'm going to pop this. I'm going to pop a little bit of tape on. Bear with while I find some tape. We'll run that through, and then we're going to have a bit of play with these paints, because I want to show you how much fun you can have with them. Okay. And how cool they can look without any, well, you just not much thought, and just playing, really. They're just all you're going to think of is what colours you think are going to look pretty together, and have at it, which I like. Sometimes, you know, you want to think about what you're doing, and other days you just want to do. We were just talking about that. Some days your head's just kind of, you know, it's just like, it's not cooperating, is it? Yeah, I've had a few days of the not cooperating head. So you just got to like go with it for those days.
Just go with the flow. And sometimes those are the days when the best things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we'll cut this out. That's stage one, black card, because we're going to go for contrast here. So you think, oh, honeysuckle, that's a bit kind of sad and dark, isn't it?
Yeah,
we want a bit more pretty than you know, black. But no, it's all good. We're going to be fine with that. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take all of these bits out here. Now this could be done. Well, it's going to take a little bit of time. Probably good thing to do when you know, maybe Ben's got something else to talk about, because we could move on to the next bit, because there's a lot of bits to come out here. But I would say this just shows how well this cuts out this die. Yeah. I'm not struggling to pull any of these bits out. Can you see? They're just coming out so easily. But I can come back to that. Let me do this when Ben can talk to you a little bit more, because you can see how easy it's coming out. I don't want you to think I'm doing this because this isn't coming out easily. Yeah. Okay? But what I want to do is just do that, you know, so that I can do that
later on, maybe.
And I can show you something a bit more exciting. Okay. But you can see how fine that is and how cool that's going to look when we get all of that taken out. Yeah. But what we need, Ben, is something really cool to sit behind it. Okay. All right? So I'm going to pop that to one side. I'll continue with that.
Do you want me to do that whilst you're... Give me a brush.
Yeah, that would be cool, yeah.
And I'll pick it out.
There you go. Don't know where the pokey tool is.
I'll get a pokey tool.
Good luck on finding it. Yeah. There's everything you need here.
Oh dear.
It's like, you know, when you have like channels on your telly, like 500 different channels. Yeah. And there's brilliant stuff there. It's just finding it.
I'll go and poke this.
Go on, Ben. You can do it. It's that level of confidence now. So it fears nothing now.
I don't fear anything. Oh,
it's like, yeah,
I'll just borrow your little brush as well.
Go on, that'd be easier, wouldn't it?
Team.
It's like there's a tool.
Boosh.
Boom.
Yes.
It's like there's a tool for everything.
There is.
And then you forget this. You forget that. So we've got the two sparkle watercolours here. Now people have asked me, it's like, what's the difference with these and the regular watercolour set?
Yeah.
The difference is these have got an extra added element in it. These have got the sparkle element, the mica, or the very, very finely ground glitter element. So it makes them really dense. So what you need to do before you start playing with them is you need to spray them. So just before we went on air, I give them a really good spritz. So really be quite generous with the water and let the water sit on them like that.
Okay.
And what you'll find is they're so well packed in there, Ben, that just the top layer dislodges. Yeah. They really last ages. So I've got the summer here, the sunbeam, sorry, and I've got the moonbeam here. Now the sunbeam works on white card really well. So if you want really pale pastel, pretty ethereal, so let's look, that's gorgeous green, we're like that. So let's think of that honeysuckle-y kind of colours. So we've got that, the peachy colour, that would be nice. I liken this. We could do a little bit of blue in there as well. Let's just see what that would look like. Can you see how we've got all those, look at how creamy and thick and gorgeous they are. Even that bright yellow, look at that, look at those spring-like colours. We've got a great palette we can work with there. What I would say we need to be careful of is where we're mixing colours together, which we'll come on to in a minute, because where we've got these two together, where they're going to splodge together, that's great. We're going to get a lovely other green. So in essence, we could have eliminated that green there. So this is where I love beautiful beginnings, you see. Sometimes you start with all the colours and then you realise you don't need them all. Yeah. So we really just need that yellow, that blue, straight away. The orange, when you mix the orange and the blue together, you're going to get a kind of like a weird greyish colour because they're opposite on the colour wheel. So just be careful where those two sit together, is what I would say. You could maybe instead, let's introduce a bit of let's see what that'll look like. You know what? Let's just do it. All right.
Go with it.
Yeah. So can you see? You can see how those look. Now, we can go with the other set though. Let's try a different palette on this one. And this one's going to go on black card. Now, we're going to move over to the black card in a minute. It's going to look different on the black card. And I think we're going to go, let's go full on. Let's try that. Let's do this. Now, this on here is going to look different to this on black card.
So the moonbeam goes on both, doesn't it?
The moonbeam goes on both, Ben, which is, if you're going to go for one set, I normally advise people go for moonbeam first. Yes. Because then you've got the best of everything covered. There's this one, here's a tricky one. This one is like a glaze. Can you see this one here? Third from the bottom. Yeah. On the left. It's more like a glaze. So if you want to put just like a shimmery, you know your clear sparkle pen? Oh yeah. It's very much like this clear sparkle pen, but for gold. Yeah. Can you see? It's like a clear suspension, but with gold flecks in it. So that you could go over the top of other colours and just show that through there, which is super cool. So let me pick out some more colours. Now these purples and blues, this electric blue looks amazing on black card. So I am going to put that in there as well. Even though on white it maybe look a little bit strange. We're going to move forward because the next thing you want is a Brian, a Trevor. Yeah. Anything like that. Basically a kitchen scourer. Who have we got there today? We have got, this is the original Brian, Original Brian, yeah. So what you're going to do, you know what? The sense of satisfaction, Ben, of just getting a domestic item and just cutting it up. That's it. Protest. Get right in there. Whoa. Cut it up, quarter it, and then you're pulling bits out of it, and it's like, wow, yeah, that's what I think of domestic duties. Take that, domestic duties. Take that, housework. But then what you get is this really cool, like, it's kind of like what you're doing is you're kind of emulating a natural sponge kind of look. Yeah. And it's cheap as chips, and all we're going to do is we're going to put some water, we're going to give him a bath, but squeeze the excess water out. Now he's ready to play. So let's do the white one first. Let's go with this pretty pale white one first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the sponge with not loads of water in it, just enough. Cheers, Ben, for that. You're welcome. And then we're going to start with a light colour. I love that light green. I'm going to pick some up and I'm going to start sponging like this. Just take some and
Just
splunge
pounce
and
and
splodge.
splodge.
Sponge and splodge, that's it. So if you want a stronger colour, just have less water in your sponge, and you think, oh, I'm picking up a lot of paint. Yeah, I'm going to have not left much left in that container. But remember I said they're so packed in.
Yeah.
It's so and dense and in there that you're hardly using any. So we'll pop that in. I'm going to pick that orangey colour up because that honeysuckle element, and just have little bits, but you don't want everything mixed in together. You need those separate colours sitting alone.
And it's just a slightly damp sponge, is it?
A slightly damp sponge,
right, okay.
Ben, yeah. Not wet, just slightly damp. And I'm just popping. So you've got, it looks kind of what I'm looking for. I want it to look more like confetti.
Okay.
I don't want this to blend in too much. I want it to look like it's separate colours. And you know what, I might try this other orange there as well, just see what that one's like. I don't want these colours to sit and merge on top of each other too much. So over blending will end up with a horrible kind of like a yucky colour, overall colour. And so don't go too heavy with the blending here. So we'll just do a little bit more with that, try a different blue. So I would say get some paper and have a little experiment with different colours like this, and see what you think. And then what you can also do is you can layer it up. So if you think, okay, that looks pretty cool, but I might want a little bit more intense, you can dry that and then come back to it, which we will. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to dry it shortly, and that's when you'll see the bling come out. And then we're going to do the same with this one. And we're going to take some colours with that and do the same kind of thing. So we'll take that, let's do that green. Let's put the green on there. Whoa, look at that.
Oh, yeah. Comes to life even more on the dark card stuff,
really
doesn't it?
does. It really pops it. It just it looks electric, doesn't it? It looks like it has its own light source.
Kind of feel like it's a colour you use with your Halloween collections.
Ah, yeah.
It's got a bit of a Slimer-esque feel to it.
Oh, yeah, it's fabulous, isn't it? Fabulous. So we'll pop a little bit of the purple and that electric blue as well. This, when it goes on the black, when the light shines across it, it's just stunning. It's just really cool. Perfect for this time of year. Perfect for Halloween. Just really gorgeous paints. You know, I've used so many paints like this over the years, and there's been different ones that have a mica element. Now, what you're looking for is lots of the inclusions, a lot of that mica, that glitter included in the paint. That's what you want. That's what you're paying for. But that's not what it's just all about. It's about the quality of it. Because you know, for you buy glitter, you know that all glitter isn't equal. Some glitter shines more than other glitters. And that's exactly the same with the mica and the ultrafine glitter in these. They're not all equal. Some are shinier than others. So we'll leave that there. And now I'm going to dry these up, Ben. And then I'll come back and see if we need to layer them, and then we'll see what that looks like over the top, if that's okay. Yeah? Yeah. I'll do a quick dry up if you can.
Whilst you're drying, we say hi to Carol Batchelor, who says these watercolours are awesome, so vibrant and shimmery. Shim shimmery, shim shimmery, shim shim shiroo. Crystal says, I've been eyeing this collection. I love it. Well, you've got the details up there for the watercolour palette collection, $24.78. If you want to get the bits for the Honeysuckle collection, £20 if you're platinum. Hi Stacey, says Ben, you did an amazing job yesterday on your own. I like the projects you did. Thank you. I've put the double pumpkin up on my Facebook page if you want to win it. And Celtic Flowers says, hi all, I love seeing the samples. They're always interesting and beautiful. I'm looking forward to the Day of the Dead show, as I've already bought a few bits and pieces. Yes, the official launch of that is coming at 5 tonight. So that's midday Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central. We've got that full show. I can see a lot of you are buying it currently. We will have a pick and a flick and a chat around it in just a little while. And if there's enough clamour, if there's enough shout, don't shout, but if there's enough messages coming through saying, we want a demo, we'll do one potentially at the end of the show. But there's got to be a lot, there's got to be a lot of you. Because we get told off otherwise, you see, because the bosses will say, oh, it's not the official launch until 5, what are you doing a demo in Beautiful Beginnings? Then we can say, oh yeah, but 100 people asked us to do a demo. So just give us the ammunition, yeah? That's what I'm saying. Love the sponge technique, says Pat Demarest. I never thought of it with this collection. Yeah, give it a go. I think as well, like, I mean, I certainly do. When you look at those palettes, you always just assume must have paintbrush, don't you?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
You don't think about using a sponge.
And you know what, when you look, there's hardly any. If I show you those paints, you would think using a sponge, oh, I'm going to be scooping loads of paint out of those little pots, those little pans.
Yeah.
And I'll have none left. You can literally, you wouldn't even know that any had been taken out of them. There's no impression from the top of that palette. I'll show you them in a sec, Ben. There's literally, you can't even see there's been a mark on the colours I've used. So what I've got here, Ben, is I've got that really nice shine. Look at that.
Look at that.
But it looks like confetti. That's what I wanted it to look like, because what we're going to do is we're going to sit that over the top of that.
Yeah.
And then
nice.
that's going to shine through. You see, we're going to put that up and show it like this. So how quick and easy is that card? It just looks like it's got its own little light source. But another little thing you can do is, if you want to just have a little bit, play around a little bit more, is you can literally add some more texture by taking that, maybe that pink, and then you can, if you want more, can you see if we talk about the confetti, now you can do some little bits like this over the top. So you're adding more texture again on top of that. And it just looks like it's giving it more depth. You're looking into more things that are happening with it.
Yeah.
And again, you're making your own backing papers. Now, I know you want to see the Day of the Dead, but
do you on the socials?
Oh, just saying. But if you want to, if you're thinking of this background, this is also going to work great with that collection.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is something that you can do with that. So everything I'm showing you with this would work a treat with that.
And what you're doing here again is, so like if you wanted to now, you dry that again and then you could add another layer on top if you wanted. So it's just adding all different layers, isn't it?
Absolutely, Ben. So you're just adding more layers.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's it. You're just building up. You're building up and playing. Oh, that's a prettier peach pink. Little different, different looks. That's a really pretty peachy pink. So that's, have a vision in your head, think about the spring thing, and what I'm thinking is, and it's where we live, there's the confetti fields, and I still haven't been to them yet, but it's where they grow all the flowers. Yeah, it's where they grow all the flowers for natural confetti.
Well, I never did.
And yeah, and you can go and do that, and I still haven't done it. And this weekend was the Pershore Plum Festival.
The Pershore Plum
Festival.
Wow.
I know. Rachel,
did you go?
I didn't, but Rachel, the manager of the Evesham store, was there on Monday.
Yeah.
And I've been going to go for the past 6 years, 6+ years.
Yeah.
And I haven't been yet because I love plums.
Oh, yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me cut
I
these.
haven't had a plum in ages.
Oh, I love them, Ben. Love them. Yeah, you need to go to the Pershore Plum Festival.
I tell you the other fruit I absolutely loved as a kid, and it was always a treat when Mum bought them, nectarines.
Oh, I love nectarines. I just love fruit. Yeah, I love fruit. Right, so Ben, what you would do here,
Really fancy a plum
you would
then.
take this outside bit here. Take this outside bit here.
Yeah.
I know this is taking a little bit longer, but you would just, to save you having to cut it the exact size, you're just going to cut that there. You're going to put it through. Let's just do that. Should we do the lighter one? Right, we're going to have a vote here. Do you want to see the lighter one cut and put there, or do you want to see the darker one?
What do you
Lighter?
reckon? Lighter?
Or
is it better or worse when I do this or
darker?
this? Well, I
Looks
quite
like
like
a
the light,
nighttime
but we've
one.
got dark in the galaxy. Nicholas, you're cool. Light.
Light? Okay, we'll just, because well, you know how that works anyway, but let's just pop that on there.
Yeah.
And then we'll pop that to one side, and then you can, so you've got that outside frame, so you don't have to worry about it sizing it or anything.
I tell you what, that die cut on the black cast, they're beautifully weeded out, wasn't it, eh?
It was beautifully weeded out. It was so
by an absolute
professional.
expert. Yeah.
Absolutely. You can tell that's somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a rookie.
No, it isn't. That is not a rookie. Alex is just asking what paper you used, Sheena, for your background.
It was the watercolour card.
Yeah.
And the black card, the Crafter's Companion black card.
Yes.
So, yeah, perfect. So then, Ben, that and that. Oh, you know what? I've got paint all over that. Look at that. What am I like? Okay, too many things going on, but you can see how that and that is going to, you just stick that down. Either stick and spray or stick and stay would do the job well for that.
Yeah.
But that hopefully will show you how that would work. Just don't have your black card near to where you're doing the splashy bits. But I think that looks really cute, quick little demonstration.
And I think the whole point with that as well, nice with beautiful beginnings, is just have a bit of fun with those palettes. You don't have to panic too much. You know, I think sometimes you get in your mind, you go, well, I've got palettes, I've got to be like an expert with painting. You really don't. Like you saw there, kitchen sponge, cut into a small bit, splodge and dab, really, isn't it? That's all it is. You know, look at the colours that Sheena's used there. If you're worried about what colours will work together, and you've created a really fun background, whether you're using your watercolour cardstock or whether you're using your black cardstock as well. Loads of comments coming through. Laurie Barnett saying, this is so cool. Celtic Flower says, Day of the Dead demo, please. And Zoe Carver says, you're a long time dead. I want a demo in this show, please. All right, okay. Keep them coming. I love both the backgrounds, says Crystal Hodges. And Sheena says, I bought this, but I wasn't sure what to do. Thank you to Sheena for showing us. We will have a short break. All of these deals we've just shown you there are in the Shop the Show for Beautiful Beginnings. Of course, launch day is coming up at 5 tonight, where we officially launch the Day of the Dead. It is already selling very quickly. So when we come back, should we have a little bit of a look? We won't do a demo just yet, I don't think. We'll conflab. Whilst you check out, we'll conflab, and we'll come back with a bit of a plan in about 4 minutes' time.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it and experience, try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 10 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great, and if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yogurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes it. Nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad, egg based. Ooh, long a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt. Night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. The colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone. My life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog. Unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day, the size of a house. Oh, that changes with the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Bedingfield, Unwritten. or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Welcome everybody to the Day of the Dead. It's beautiful beginnings, but there's so much excitement about this new collection. It officially launches at 5 o'clock tonight. It is now live on the website. So we're going to have a look through it with you. I know a lot of people have been waiting to see this in full. We shall take our time going through every piece of the collection, show you exactly what you're going to get, and have a look at some amazing finished samples with Sheena. Such has been the demand as well that I reckon probably in the final half hour of the show, we'll sneak in a demo. Just don't tell anybody, because we weren't supposed to. Shh. But as you've asked, we'll do it. But don't shout about it, make a big thing. We'll get in trouble. Penny says, hi Ben and Sheena, Day of the Dead demo please. That's Penny, that's Zoe, that's Celtic Flower. And Lynn says, so Ben was talking about the Day of the Dead demo. Of course we want to see that too. Right, we'll look through now. Then we'll do the demo in the second half of the show. Deal?
Deal.
Right. Let's start. We'll get the details up on the screen. So this is the best way to buy it. You get everything in the showstopper, okay? It's a 14-piece collection. It's a big collection, as you can see as well here. This is what you are going to be receiving. $94.40 is the platinum price on this, or $122.40. So you're just shy of your free shipping there as well. So it may pay for you to add more in your basket if you want more. As far as the papers and the cards and the vellums are concerned, that's your bonus buy. So you buy the showstopper, and then the card, paper and vellum bonus buy you pop in your basket, and you'll get extra 12x12, 6x6, 8x8 vellum and your A4 card stock as well for half that price. So you can halve the price on the screen. £18 or $24 will be the price on that. Let's have a look at it though, and let's chat through it with Sheena. Paper pad first of all, 36 double-sided sheets. I kind of feel, Sheena, like the Day of the Dead or a Day of the Dead collection, a lot of people have been asking for quite some time. So is it one of those collections you decided to do because like people were asking for it?
It's something that I've been interested in for a long time, and it's not the first one.
Yeah.
It's something that I love because I love the philosophy behind it, the joy behind it. It's a day when it's beginning of November, and it's when you celebrate the spirits returning of your dead loved ones. So it's a meeting. So you bake food for them, and the flowers are bright flowers. Marigolds feature really heavily because the orange attracts the spirits, the positive spirits, and it's a happy remembrance and celebration, which I love.
I love that actually, because I think perhaps for people who haven't heard about Day of the Dead or seen anything about it, they might think, oh, Day of the Dead, that's a bit morbid, but it's completely the opposite, isn't it?
Completely the opposite, absolutely. And the colours are all there. The colours that are traditional colours, the marigold, the yellow, the oranges. It looks very Mardi Gras as well to me, you know, very calypso.
Yeah.
Full-on colour. It's joyous colours, isn't it?
And I love, again, as we look, just as we're chatting, flicking through the paper pads, it's layer upon layer upon layer of different detail. I feel like, you know, the skulls are absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it's absolutely. It's flamboyant, isn't it?
Yes.
It's completely flamboyant. And again, it's not toned down. It's full-on, full colour, full joy. And just fun. And
it's that essence of all, I mean, not that I've ever been to a Day of the Dead festival, but like all of the decoration, isn't it? And like you say, all of those sort of colourful flowers you've incorporated as well.
Again, marigolds are like the main flower. The butterflies, again, represent the spirits of your loved ones returning.
Yeah.
And it's just such a nice, story behind it. It's a good story. It's a good thing. And it's featuring more and more in popular films and things now as well.
I must watch it again because I remember it was a film that brought a little tear to my eye. But it was a few years ago I watched it. The Disney movie, Coco.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that one yet.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tearjerker.
Oh, no. You see, then I'm hopeless at anything. Yeah. Even a Disney tearjerker is like too much for me sometimes, Ben. It's too much of a journey. Yeah.
Too much of a journey.
Oh, yeah.
But It's gorgeous. I think it's one of the most stunning paper pads I've certainly seen. But what's lovely again is that you've got all the detail on the A side, but then you've given us kind of more to play with on the B side, a little bit stripped back, yeah?
Exactly, because when you'll see coming up, there's stencils coming up, and there's embossing folders, and obviously the stamps coming up. So you're going to want to add your own thing to those papers, and sometimes you want to have that a little bit more of a subdued background, a more subtle background, so you can really make that the sugar skull stand out. The lady or the man or the dancing couple really stand out. Stamps.
I love the way as well that you frame these too, so it makes it nice and easy for people who want to make it scrapbooks and
That's right,
things like that.
perfect for scrapbooking. And as you see coming up as well, it's great because the smaller pad, everything's just scaled down, so it works great for cards as well as the larger format. So you're getting bigger pattern in the bigger size. For cutting up and decoupage, but also then in the smaller one you can just got that, like, tear it out, put it on a piece of card, you've got the background already done, and all you're going to do is just use one of the die cut elements over the top, and you've got your card almost finished.
And that's quite nice, isn't it? And I know we're taking a bit of time, but I wanted to do it so you see everything. But it is a big collection, there's lots to it, but you've added so many elements into here to make it really, really nice and easy to craft with if you are new. Like you said, perfect size here for a smaller card. There's your background, add one of the elements in.
And especially as it's a beautiful beginning show, what the biggest tip I can give you, the biggest tip I can give you, and I've got pens picked out here, is to pick out whatever your colouring medium is, pick out the colours according to the backing papers. Look at the colours that are featured and you'll see they'll repeat, the same colours will repeat. Pick out those colours and ignore everything else. Be led by the colours in the papers, and then you're good to go. And then you're not going to have clashing colours. You're not going to have anything that jars. It's going to look completely designer. It's going to work.
So 12 by 12, 6 by 6. You're also going to get 24 sheets of vellum included in here as well. And I mean, by the way, the vellum, you know me, I love to sniff vellum. The vellum smells amazing. And are these, again, repeated designs of what you've got in the paper pad? Are these repeated designs again?
It is, Ben. And you know what? It's nice, thick, gorgeous vellum. So if you want to use an embossing element on there, get some, the ball tool. You can emphasise some of that on the reverse side so that you'll get that whiter element, like we did with Bella Luna.
Oh, yeah. So when you made the moon jump off the page.
Yeah, so that little beaded strands and things, you can make those pop out more with just using the ball tool and a foam backing. So get a little tea light behind that, the electric tea light, not the real tea light.
Yes.
So that
you could create little boxes with these as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That would
use
be gorgeous.
Use some on a glass vase or a jar and decorate that up with the vellums so that the light shines through that.
You're getting 6 different designs in there, 24 sheets in your vellum, so that's also in there. And what I really love this time with this particular collection, because normally you'd expect to get your cardstock as well. Normally you get your linen cardstock, but this time, Sheena, you've gone with something a little bit different as far as the card's concerned.
Well, I chose what I thought was the perfect card for layering and working with this collection, because sometimes you'll have like the card pack collection, but you only use like certain ones from that collection.
Yeah.
Well, I think the satin gold and the shiny gold are an absolute must for this, because that's the opulence, that's the extra factor with it. And the black card, you've got to have that black card. That black card is a must against all those super colourful, over-the-top papers and elements. You need that little black frame just to calm everything down, to draw your eye to the centre, to say, look at this. And I've got some samples that I was playing with at the weekend that will illustrate that point for you. It just brings your eye to where it needs to be.
So in that pack you get 24 sheets again, 8 sheets of the gold, 8 sheets of the matte gold, and then 8 sheets of the black cardstock. Also, as far as your consumables are concerned, and then we'll get onto the hardware, I'm purposely taking my time here because you guys wanted to see it. We've got some ink pads as well, haven't we?
That's right.
And again, all colour matched.
All colour matched. Everything was done from source, because that's where you can fall down, especially as a newbie, or anyone can, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this, if you get the colour mix wrong, it can ruin, you can do everything right, but the colours are wrong, and it doesn't work. So stick with the plan. You can go off plan later, but when you're new and you're using the papers while you've still got the papers, use the papers and the ink pads as your guide. Go with them and match it, whatever colours, medium you're going to introduce to the set, to those, and it'll all be good.
Now, if you've got inks or ink pads, you'll want some stencils, which you get in this set. Boom. Take a look at all of these fantastic designs. And again, some really interesting like patterns and designs you've come up with here.
Yeah, you know what, standard classic.
Yeah.
You know, you think of that like that. You know, the skeleton like that. The Joker with the pack of cards.
Yes.
You know, and these like with his Harlequin background,
Yeah.
and that kind of New Orleansy kind of look as well. I think looks cool with that, with a or the carnival kind of thing. Music again, you know, with the bands and that traditional pattern. Broderie Anglais pattern with the lace, and just the folk art kind of crude kind of floral elements as well. Yeah, so all research for you there to fit with the theme.
That's it. All those stencils are included. Then let's get into more of the designs here. So, I mean, there are some incredible stamps you're going to be getting individually. If you want to get them, I'll name them for you. So this one is called Lost in Music, with the skull-faced couple dancing. It's
Absolutely,
brilliant.
That's it. Yeah, so the two of them, like with a makeup on there, the top hat and the headdress, dancing. Yeah, that looks like the tango, isn't it? It's got to be the tango.
Oh yes,
Argentine tango, I think.
Absolutely,
absolutely.
That's the one when they do the funny kick thing with
their legs are everywhere, aren't they?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, they killed somebody.
Then we've got this one here. So this is called Melody Man.
Yeah, he's cool, isn't he?
He is. It's producer Johnny, because he plays the trumpet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He plays the trumpet. Yeah. Well, the thing is he for a men's card, you know, like you loving music and loving that is super cool, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's cool.
So he's on the trumpet, and then you've got this one here, which is called the Harmonious Woman, and she's playing the violin. I
love the wanted to get that like that swirly kind of ethereal kind of quite kind of spirity kind of swirl in with her hair. And I thought that was a great way to introduce the swirls around him as well, with the music, like kind of swirls around him, have the same kind of look, to tie that in with the two of them.
Next, I think one of my favourite components of this set is called the skull embellishment. This for me has got a real sort of, I know it's Day of the Dead, but it feels a little bit steampunky, and also to me reminds me of the Bond movie Live and Let Die.
Exactly. Well, that was it. That kind of look as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
The skull is immense. I absolutely love it, and I love the top hat with the little floral element.
Oh yeah, precisely. So you can have that as like a female skull with the floral element on the top, or the top hat with the feathers and the rose there. So fun to do as well, fun to colour in.
Next up, again, available individually, this is called Always and Forever. So this is just like a beautiful sort of
flourish.
Floral flourish,
that's like a big swag of that, those marigolds and florals. So just to add that big swash of colour anywhere you want on the images. Just to tie everything together, just a really nice big corner.
Now, this is something very different. So this is called your Butterfly Melody. You may have seen butterflies before, but if you get in close on that, have you ever seen a butterfly with a skull?
Yeah. How
incredible, this.
Yeah, exactly. He's a bit different, isn't he?
He is a bit different.
Yeah, so he's, again, the butterfly features in the celebrations, and the swirls are there to add that ethereal kind of cool, kind of spiritual kind of swirl around them, that kind of otherworldly swirl around the elements. So those you can stamp, take that into any of the other elements as well. You put that around the dancing couple to kind of give that some movement in the background as well. The idea was to mix and match those across the other stamp sets as well.
So that one, if you want on its own, is called Butterfly Melody. Then a beautiful embossing folder, so Marigold Melody, this one is called. And again, I mean, take that out of this collection.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Day of the Dead, does it?
Absolutely not. That's just a standalone pretty folder that you could send to any kind of, birthday, Mother's Day, anything like that. Just a floral. And
then lastly, you've got your set of sentiments in here as well. This one is called Life is the Dance, if you want to go for this individually. And again, all the sentiments quite uplifting, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Always and forever.
Yeah. Live for the moment.
Yeah.
Let the music...
Dance like no one's
I'm lost in
watching.
the music, yeah.
Yeah.
They're absolutely stunning. That is your set. It is incredible. It's very different, I think, to anything that you've seen before, and I can already tell that you guys are absolutely loving it. So just to reiterate, everything I've shown you there, you can get individually. So hopefully you just caught onto the names of the various individual products. You can just go for the collection on its own if you don't want to go down the showstopper route, but the showstopper route is the best because you get everything I've just shown you for that price, and then you can get another set of the card and paper, so another 12 by 12, another 6 by 6, another of the 8 by 8 vellums, and then you get another pack of that card stock as well, but you get it for half the price when you pop it in the basket with your showstopper. So do that as fast as you can. I'll read a few comments in just a second, but shall we have a look at some samples? Because you've got 1 or 2 over there.
Oh, just 1 or 2, like a lot of samples. You can tell how much the team have been loving playing with them with the amount of samples I get back. Let me just take you quickly on a little bit of I'll try and give you some, a little story behind them as well as I go. So, you know when I was talking about those backing papers, the smaller backing paper pad, and how quickly you can make a card with them. Well, these were 2 cards I made at the weekend, and really quick cards, because I used the backing papers as the main element, the background there. But what I wanted to do as well was just show how you could change them up using the stencils.
Yeah.
So I used the stencil here with some embossing powder through there to emboss that pattern. I used a little trick here to give these a little bit of bling, these beads on the background, which I'll show you as we go. And you can see how the skull, but that there on a card mount, and you're done. You've got the card done. It's really quick. It's everything comes together for you. This one,
I love the top hat.
As the top hat school.
Wow.
Took that a little bit further, and look at the bling on this one.
Yeah.
Look at that's bling-tastic. We'll show you how to do that later. We'll do a little bit of that one to show you how that works. But again, there's the stencil element, and there's the backing papers with that. See the way I've brought out the bling? Yeah. So you can do that if you want on top of those papers. But look at how it all comes together perfectly, you know, without any difficulty. Let me show you this quickly because Pamela's made a book again. Look at how cool that top is. She's put the hat on top of the backing paper. So she's 3D'd this. And it's just a journey. So this will give you a quick overview of the whole collection. So you can see all the papers here. She's made tags as we go through. So you can see different elements. She's cut out the flags from the paper. There's the butterfly. This is the headdress element. We've got the skull. My goodness. And the tags. There's that gorgeous embossing folder there. Yeah. And again, perfect. Look at how great these tags are. You know, the thing is for this as well is the younger you know, customers would appreciate these. You know, if you send them to younger people in the family, I think they'll think these are pretty cool, Ben. So the dancing couple, you can see the papers there better. Cool
this is such a cool idea, this album.
Isn't it? It's fabulous. A great keepsake album. Now, Pamela made a fabulous video. Last time, Pamela made a video for the Bella Luna. So you never know, she might just do the same for this one if anyone's interested. Yes, please, Pamela. But you see, she's used the stencil to create this backing paper here. Yeah. So that's the stencil that's in the set. Oh, okay. It's incredible, isn't it, Ben? Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you some more that we're going to do. This is the card that I'm going to make with you at some point. Wow. That Debbie's created. How cool is that? That's incredible. That is that a fan on the bottom? Like sorry? Is that a fan on the bottom? Yes, the fan created with the backing papers. That's like a show stage event, isn't it? That's like a whole production number there, isn't it? Absolutely. It's like a big blockbuster number. Let me show you some more here. Do you want to see some on the overhead? Yeah. Look, there's so many, Ben. Look at how gorgeous that is. This is Tracy's card. I love, she's added some extra little embellishments there. She made some little playing cards with it. And then look how amazing that is. So this is that big swag I was talking about, that we, you know, use it for the corner. Debbie's used that same kind of zigzag and then just folded it around to make that big rosette. I love the colour. She's used the ink pads in the set to colour in the skull there. How amazing. The stencils for the background. Yeah. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely. Look at this, the dancing couple with the the purple backing paper.
I feel like your shimmer watercolour palettes that you were showing earlier would work nicely with this collection as well.
The shimmer watercolour palette would work perfectly. And you see here, this little swirl here coming from the trumpet.
Yeah.
That would be gorgeous with the shimmer watercolour palettes. That looks like a big playing card. And then look at this. How gorgeous is this?
Ah, yes.
Isn't that just fantastic? And that one is Pamela's. Love it. So many gorgeous pieces to inspire, and all of these samples are going to be on the Sheena's Inkettes Facebook page. So if you want to see them later, if you want to see them anytime next year, the year after, look at that. Love that. They're all going to be in a folder, as everything else is, so you can look at them for inspiration. You know, when in a few months, few years time, so you'll not be left without inspiration. But if you want to know how any of these are created,
love that.
Ask the team. Isn't that great? What a great man's card. Ben, that's like a perfect card for you there.
Absolutely.
With music.
Yeah.
What?
I absolutely love that.
Perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, isn't that lovely? We've got the embossing folder in the background.
I love the fact with that skull, you've got the ability to sort of dress it like that, which gives it a bit of a female skew.
Yeah.
And then you've got the top hat for the more male cards if you want to do that as well.
And you see those
really
swirls
clever.
that were in with the with the butterflies.
So it gives it that sort of feel of like movement, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
And it carries it through, you see, that same swirl I wanted with the trumpeter and with the violinist to carry it through with the rest of the cards. We literally have, there's so much inspiration here for you guys. You have going to have like so much. Let me show you some of the box cards as well that we have here. We've got the box here made with the vellum. So the vellum's heavy enough to make a lid for a box. So you see there.
Yeah.
And then this gorgeous, look at this, with the butterfly and the vellum card in the centre.
That's
Isn't
incredible.
that fabulous?
Beautiful.
So this is Jackie. Jackie made this one. Oh, I've lost a butterfly. Stick that. Sorry, Jackie. Butterfly's flown away.
We'll stick it back on.
Sorry, Jackie. And then we've got another box card. But let me show you this one. I've got a lot of tidying up to do, Ben, haven't I?
That's
so
all right.
another box made with the papers here. Let me turn it around the right way. And then this one, the couple.
Dancing couple.
I'll show you that one there. That one,
Twizzling. They are tango in there, look.
Yeah, they're dancing, yeah.
That is brilliant.
They're going for it, aren't they? So much inspiration for you. And,
wow.
If you want to know how anything's done, just ask the team. That's what they'll hang up. They'll tell you. That's what they love to do. They love to share.
Yeah, Sheena's Inkettes on Facebook if you want to join the group. Such a friendly bunch, and loads of inspiration and ideas on that page for you as well. Get this now. We don't officially launch it. It is live on the website. Okay, so if you think, oh wait, I would get it now if you know that you want it, and then come back to the show tonight at 5, midday Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and we will delve more into those samples. Sheena's got loads of demos for you as well, and we can certainly show you a lot more as far as the new collection is concerned. We will, in the next hour, try and squeeze in one little quick demo, because I think there's quite a lot of call for that. Lots of love coming through there. The papers are fabulous, says Marsha Bisson. What a beautiful collection. Thank you, Sheena and Crafter's Companion. Wanda Sexton says, I was late to the party. I woke up at 4:15. 4:15. I was in a panic that I'd missed the first 15 minutes of Sheena's launch. Already had Day of the Dead stamped and ready to play. I'll be a little more awake at 9. This collection is glorious. Yes, get back to sleep and make sure you set your alarm for 5 to 9. Alex just says, I like the music. Rosalind says, I do like the B-sides of the papers. You've got the options, haven't you? Like Sheena was saying with the B-sides, the stencils to use and to stamp onto those. Lynn Harvey says, I also think of the Bond movie, Live and Let Die, when I see Day of the Dead stuff. Good movie, that. Roger Moore's first one as well, that. Roger Moore. Love Rog. My name's Bond. Lisa Beecham says, love the folders. Sarah Thompson says, the colours in this collection are stunning, so bold and bright. And Diana Hatch says, the samples are amazing. That is the collection. As I say, the price that you saw on the screen was for everything. If you're going for the showstopper, add more of those papers in as well. You can put that paper bundle in and get it for half price with your 12x12, 6x6, 8x8 vellum, and then that pack of beautiful cardstock as well. We will delve into that in more detail in the second half of the show, and the launch is tonight at 5. Well, if you have just joined us, welcome. If you have set your alarm to be with us, it's the final hour of Beautiful Beginnings. We've swapped things around a little bit today. So another hour of Beautiful Beginnings where we will be looking at another collection, but also, because you guys have been asking for it, we will squeeze in a demo with the brand new Day of the Dead collection. It launches officially tonight at 5, but in the second half of the show, we will do a demo with Sheena. Keep the questions and comments coming through as well. This show is basically taking things back to basics just a little bit. It's an open forum to ask any questions. I mean, we encourage any questions at any time, but I feel like Beautiful Beginnings is that show for the newbies, for those crafters perhaps who are, you know, a little bit more nervous, have got a few more questions. Ask them in this show. There are no such things as silly questions. If you don't know the answer, it's not a silly question. So fire away. Anything about the Day of the Dead collection, anything that Sheena's showing you, or if you've just got a bit of a crafty conundrum, you're a little bit stuck, fire away and ask, because I'm sure Sheena will have the answers. Let's say hello again to Sheena, who's with us. Lots of excitement about your Day of the Dead collection. We will come on to that later on, won't we, in this hour?
Absolutely, Ben. Yeah. I mean, I'm here to play. Yeah, so yeah, whatever I'm good with, whatever the plan is, I'm here, ready to play. All good.
Penny says, oh dear, I was just going to buy a few bits, but the showstopper has just fallen into my basket along with the bonus buy. Great shopping.
Thank you.
And Karen Cronin says, I was also going to pick a few bits and pieces, but I think I need the whole collection. I kind of feel like it's one of those collections that if your budget allows, if you just buy a few bits, you'll come back and buy more, won't you?
Oh, if you can, yeah. Because the thing is, it's when I draw them all, it's hard to know. To be honest, I just draw everything.
Yeah.
And then I split them into, well, we can put that on that stamp sheet and that on this stamp sheet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's they're kind of all meant to go together if you can.
Yeah.
If you can.
There's not any collection quite like it that I've seen before, so you will have something very, very different. But more on that in just a while. The set we're going to have a look at now, actually, is a set which I've not seen for absolutely ages. I really love this as well because it has got, hasn't it? Yes, it's got one of my favourite creator card dies of all time in here.
Oh.
These are big creator card dies. It's the Taking Flight collection. You may remember when we launched these back along. When was this now? I want to say it was probably end of April. But within this set, it's taking flight because you've got all of these flightful creatures like this beautiful butterfly. There you go, 23rd of April, what a memory.
Wow.
Big, bold, stunning, inside and outside dies. So if you want to cut straight into your cardstock, you can. If you want to cut out to create a frame, again, you can. Lots of opportunities with these for colouring, creating shakers, paper piecing if you wanted to, creating, as Sheena showed us earlier, and we may see again, creating your own backgrounds and then piecing these over the top. So that's that beautiful lady butterfly. This next one, well, our producer Nicola says it's a moth. But it's an admiral butterfly, it says on the back of mine.
See, I think it looks quite mothish, kind of the shape of the wings to me as well.
Yeah, I get that.
I concur with Nicola.
But I can only tell you what it says on the back of my board, which is admiral butterfly. So.
Right, yeah.
Admiral butterfly, what? Then, beautiful, this is the dainty dragonfly. Not really that dainty, is it? Because it's huge.
Yeah, I'd run. I would run. I'm not going to lie, I would run.
And then last but by no means least, wait till you see this. One of my favourite dies ever.
Oh.
That's so cool, isn't it?
Wow, the wings are amazing. Look at how fine the detail is in those wings.
If you have got, and it's on the show, if you haven't got it, illusion film, back the wings with that. It looks absolutely amazing. Brilliant.
That is just pushing the envelope, that, with how fine those wings are, the lines.
And if you bought the Honeysuckle collection, Bumblebee to go with, just thinking, saving £18 almost today, 20 bucks, £40 or $47.20 if you want to go for that collection as a whole. If you just want to pick and choose, go for individually. They are all available as individual items. Right, we're up to date on the socials. Day of the Dead coming. What can you show us with these?
Oh, I'll have to find them first, Ben.
Oh,
Okay, hang on. I was just looking at them going, oh, they're lovely.
Yeah.
Hang on. Do you want to
Yeah.
see some samples to start with? I was viewing.
Admiring
I was
the
being
dies.
you. Well, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
lovely. I like them. I haven't seen these before. Didn't even know they existed.
I've only seen them a couple of times. We seem to have them, and then I feel like we've not seen them for months, so it's nice to have them back.
Talk about thinking on your feet, eh? Yeah.
I know, eh?
What am I going to show you?
Hey.
Okay, come back to me in a couple of minutes and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, should we look at some samples instead?
Why not?
Well, I think, oh, now that's nice. That's lovely. Probably should share with you, shouldn't I? All right, let me see you. Should we do it on the overhead? Okay, there you go.
That's
now,
pretty.
I like that's lovely. So, instead of colouring, well, the background's been coloured in a very, very pale ethereal fashion. So hardly any colour there, but matte. But look at the foreground.
No, beautiful.
That's nice. That looks like it's been coloured, sponged with the sparkle pens, possibly. I wonder if anybody's put a thing on the back. I'll have a look shortly and see how that. But that's just really lovely. That's gorgeous card. Who's this? April. Oh no, April Allocation. Ha! I thought that's a funny name.
April
isn't it?
Allocation?
April. Oh, Miss Allocation. That's a lovely card.
was
It's
it?
a good thing I don't read live on telly.
I
or
know,
anything,
can you
isn't it?
imagine?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Lovely Lisa.
You'll forever be known as April Allocation,
How
Lisa.
cool am I? Eh? April.
Oh, dear.
Oh yeah, really pretty. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's the dragonfly.
Yeah.
I do like the dragon. Oh, here's your bee. Here's your bee, Ben.
Come on,
That is
how can you not
lovely.
love that? It's
Yeah, I do
beautiful.
like the bee. The bee is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is nice.
That's just been paper piece, I think, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's really nice. Paper piece together to give it that dual colour thing.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, liking that. Oh, and I like it out of the craft card as well. That works, doesn't it?
Yes.
That works really nicely with a craft card.
Stunning samples.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, I don't know what I can bring new to the mix here, guys. These are all too good, far too cool.
You'll
All right.
do something, I'm sure.
Well, we can play, can't we?
Yeah.
We can do something.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, look at that. And there's something within the box.
Is there?
Something else in there.
Is it,
Bear
another, is it a
with.
card?
Bear with.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
no, it's just the box.
What was on the back of the lid?
Yeah.
What was on the back of on the inside?
No, it's just the box, I think, yeah.
No, take the lid off and turn it over. Wasn't
But it shines through.
It shines
That's
through.
what you want. You want the shine through,
Ah.
Ben. See? If you get the shine through, you
Yeah.
get it better. But yeah, that would be if you kind
Nice.
of you need to stand that up to get the. Just try it like that, and see if you can
There
see. Can you see
you
the shine through
go.
it? Yeah, to get the light through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay, got that one. All right, I'll get there eventually. Plain sailing, eh? Oh, there's the moth.
Butterfly.
The moth.
Butterfly.
Dragonfly, and then this one. Right, should we cut one out then? Let's
Come
cut
on.
them out. And
Which
see
one
what
are you
we'll
hankering to do? What one?
I think, should we do the butterfly?
Yeah.
Let's do the butterfly.
Debbie's
And
just saying that the butterflies would work perfectly as a backdrop for the Day of the Dead.
the day, that would be really cool. Oh, you could put the skull in the middle of that big butterfly, couldn't
Yes.
you? That would look really cool.
Love
All
that.
right, let me get some black card, or card indeed. Let me get that very die. Okay, I think we'll do it in black again and do
Yeah.
some colour behind it. Let's just try that. Let's keep it, straightforward, simple. So there's some bits here I need to get out of there. So I need to find a pokey tool. Sorry, with me.
Do you want me to-
Left in there. Can you see? You need to, if you don't get those out, that will...
Who was using these last? That's the question.
Who was
Who
it?
should we blame?
I'm talking and looking.
Craig.
Oh, Craig.
What is he like, man?
Oh, man, Craig.
Hey, it wasn't me in the gallery. I was using the Halloween stuff last night. So if there's, tell you what, you might want to check that. Next time that comes out, there's probably all sorts of bits and pieces left in those dies. Oh, we just heard in my ear, it might be Leek Cornhead.
Leek Cornhead?
Yes.
So, let's see what we're doing there. Right, I'm going to cut out the whole frame just so that we can, we'll have a finite piece that we can stick against something else on the background. So then in that case, I'm going to put that around there like that, and we'll tape it so we have a thing that will come out. And then, what was that?
Nicola just said, see Ben, Sheena tapes her dies down, because I was using loads of smaller dies last night with those Halloween cards, and I didn't tape many of them down.
Oh, well, you're just using the power of your mind alone.
Well, yeah. And it was in the folder for the MIDI as well, so you've got to be quite careful when you put those to the machine. If you haven't taped them, they might move. And a couple of times they did, and Nicola was going, tape them down! But I didn't want to. I like to, live on the edge when it comes to crafting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because you know what had happened to me before is they've moved, and one die's gone over another die before, and it's like, it's deadly die. Yeah.
End of the die.
End of the die.
Die another day.
Yeah. Good eye. Not a good die.
Not a good day.
Not a good eye.
Not a good die. Not a good day to die hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's see what we got here. Oh, Ben, you've got some good times coming ahead here.
Come on, give it to me. Come on, if you're making a background. I'm all up for the poking out. Yeah, I find it very therapeutic.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
Are you doing a background, are you?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, you know what? Ben, I think you might be all right here. We might be in luck.
I'll clean the dye out.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, the dye would be good. No, that's come out great. Now I love that. Right, so, yeah, right. Thank you, Ben. Cheers, Ben. Thanks, Ben. Right, so, what can we do here?
There must be other people out there who love weeding dyes.
I'm going to pop that to one side.
Is it just me?
Pop that to one side. We need a bit of card. I literally am thinking on my feet here, guys. I hope you appreciate this. I'm like, literally, I'm trying to move. If I had any sense, I'd move a little bit more slowly. Yeah. To buy myself a bit more time.
But I think this is why we appreciate you, and the fact that a lot of what you do is sort of done off the cuff, because even when you come into shows with a plan, I feel like you veer off the plan quite a lot as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well, that's it, I do. Even if I just have an idea and I go, okay, we'll just do that.
Wouldn't be a Sheena show if, you didn't go off script, would it? So.
Nah, absolutely. Yeah. So what I'm thinking, we'll get it back in paper. I'm just thinking if we could do something a bit different with it. So let's do... So say that's going to be the background card, yeah? Yeah. And we want to colour in that butterfly, because I think it looks just stunning. You could always draw around this bit here, right? Mm-hmm. Like that. And then just put some colour there. Shall we give that a go? Yeah. Let's just try that. I need a pencil. I'm looking for a pencil.
I don't know if you'll find a pencil.
Pencil. I've got my bag down here, but I've only got me.
Shall I go?
Oh, I need pencil here.
Pencil.
I saw it earlier.
I'll stop weeding a second. Pencil. Ooh. Chalk. No. Pencil. Let me see if there's one out here.
Pencil. Simple thing like a pencil.
I know, you would have thought, wouldn't you?
I should have bought me sketch kit, shouldn't I? That's got a pencil. A pencil, just like a simple... Oh, I've got this massive pencil, that'll do. Massive pencil will do. Right, so... Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around the outside roughly, because I want to position this so I know where it's going to go again. Okay?
Are you sorted?
I'm sorted, Ben. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll be able to manage this. Now, this is not a tried and tested thing. This is me just literally thinking.
Riffing on air.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? If it works, what a brilliant idea I've had. If it doesn't, it's like, Ben, what were you thinking?
Yeah, why didn't you stop me, Ben?
Oh, man, Ben.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be the presentation lead.
Seriously, leave it at. Right, so... That there is my thinking on what we're going to do. So here is the only place I'm going to add shimmery colour. Okay? And I'm going to use the moonbeam.
Use the what?
Moonbeam.
Oh, moonbeam.
And here I'm going to use some... water reactive, and I'm going to use a little bit of blue.
Yep.
And possibly maybe a little bit of a purpley tone. We'll see. Baby blue, possibly, and maybe a little bit of Oasis. Oh, hey, definitely maybe, yeah.
Hey, they're back, aren't they?
Hey,
Back together. Not maybe,
Hey,
definitely.
mad for it. Are you mad for it?
Mad for it, mad for it. Yeah. Were you a big Oasis fan, or
Hey?
are you an Oasis fan?
I did like some of them, yeah. It was back in the day, it was either Oasis or Blur, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking Father Ted when I said that, Oasis or Blur.
I was always Team Oasis.
What, you what?
I was Team Oasis.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like the Stones and the Beatles, wasn't it, back in the day?
I like them both, yeah. I mean, it's a good song from both, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, before I do anything else, I'm thinking the background I want to be matte. So I'm going to put a little bit of this. I'm using a bit of the old, you know, Oasis here.
Mad for it.
Mad for it. Not looking back in anger.
No.
Just putting it on there.
Some might say this is going to be a great demonstration.
Some might say it's going to be great. Yeah.
Just trying to think of some more now.
Yeah, no. No cigarettes or alcohol involved.
No, that's it. And all of your demos will live forever.
Yeah. Right, so no, I'm not worried about it being it's a little bit patchy. Oh yeah, how could we miss that one out? Yeah, it's going to be a proper Wonderwall.
A champagne supernova, you could say.
Yeah. Right, so we've got a bit there. I'm going to maybe pop a little bit of purpley colour in here. Maybe look a bit dirty. You know what? I should have put a little bit of glycerin in here because you see it's gone a little bit patchy.
Yeah.
If I put a little bit of glycerin in, it'll make it far less like that. So I'm going to pop a little bit on there.
So glycerin again, because I know we'll get the questions. This
It's
gives it more open
just
time,
the
right?
stuff that you can get at your like your cookery place, you know, where you use it in cooking. You can get it online. It's just this basic thing. It's water based. It's got no odor. It's something that they put in hand cream and a lot of cosmetics. Glycerin.
Oh, yeah.
It attracts moisture, is what it does. That's its superpower. It's viscous, so it's thick. And so it thickens up the ink and it slows down the drying time, which is perfect. That's what you want because you want to, that's basically what it's doing for us with the ink. It's doing those things. It's making the ink a lot thicker so it goes over the surface. Why is that going a bit patchy there? I don't even understand why.
Is it the pad on the ink?
These things happen, you see, and then you've got to wonder why. And I'm wondering why, Ben. And I've not got the answer, but it's gone. Can you see there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, no idea. But that's not what you want to hear in Beautiful Beginnings. You want to hear a definite, like, that's the reason, don't you? That's like, that's not helping anybody, Sheena. But sometimes, you know, you could have a bit of card that's maybe had something on it before you've got it. It could be something greasy on there. It could be anything like that. But that will do for the background because I don't want a lot of colour on there at all. So I'm just going to pop those to one side. And what I could do as well is to, if that's starting to look a little bit, you know, too much or too dark, I can get my water and I'm just going to pop a little bit of faux bleaching on that as well, just to give it a little bit of, lighten it up a little bit more. So quite a bit of water on that. Get my paper and
block.
Yeah, so that's just give it a little bit of texture. And then you can put more on if you want. Just try it out. And if you like it, well, okay, we'll have a bit more of that. Thank you. So this is like, I feel like it's definitely Ready Steady Craft thing, this. Adrenaline crafting, this is adrenaline crafting, Ben.
Hey,
right,
good.
so we've got a nice background. Ignore the background, this stuff there, because where's that thing we've cut out? Right, this, see that there? It's going to go over that, and now all that's going to get cut out. So we've already got an interesting, nice background there. Can you see for the butterfly?
Yeah.
Yeah? We like that. So now we've got to give this guy some impact and some colour. So now we've got to decide what will look cool with him. And what do we go for? Purples and pinks?
Okay.
Or we do greeny colours and bluey colours. So
I can hear the cogs whirring as we go.
Absolutely. I need that spray. because this is the other thing, because I've just picked these up again, I should have given them a quick spray before I started playing
And this
again.
is those shimmer watercolour palettes again, isn't it?
Yes, it is,
on the
Ben.
show.
Yeah, I'm liking that blue. So if you're not sure, do what I'm doing and pick some colour out and think, okay, right, see if you what you're liking before you start. And then you can commit to it. That might work. Okay, let's go with that. Let's just do it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is you're going to take this and we're just going to go and paint.
I mean, if you wanted, I guess you could have stuck the die cut down and just coloured in that way, couldn't you, as well, if you wanted to be more sort of precise?
What, Ben?
You could have stuck the die cut down and then coloured in the individual
You could,
bits.
but it would just take longer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this will be much quicker. I'm thinking anyway. Might be wrong.
It's great that, again, you've got so many different colours within that watercolour palette collection. You've got the moonbeam and the sunbeam on the show. If you hit the shop the show on the website, you'll be able to see all the details for that. Just whilst watching Sheena, we could say hi to Catherine Porter, who says, hi, craft buddies. Hello, I've ordered the collection and the bonus buy. Playtime, hopefully by the weekend. I would reckon so, Catherine. We're pretty good at the minute, aren't we, at getting stuff shipped out. Stacey Brown says, can't wait to see Sheena's take on this butterfly. Kathy Green says, Ben, helping, that's why you are presentation lead. Well, thank you, Kathy Green, in Mechanicsburg. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Sarah Thompson says, I love how Sheena thinks out of the box and just starts playing. She's a true artist. Yeah.
Thank you.
See, that's the difference between, you see, the experts and the amateurs. The experts who can just sort of riff it and craft off the cuff.
Well, you haven't seen it yet, and you might want to withhold.
Hey, no, I know it's going to turn out fine. We have faith, right, guys? Yeah, we do.
Uh-oh. Maybe misguided, but there you go.
In Sheena, we trust.
So I'm just trying to stick to that basic outline of the butterfly. I don't want to go outside that line necessarily. I might have done that, but bearing in mind I'm speed painting here, you would take your time a little bit more, yeah?
Yeah. Nice.
So what we're looking at is a lot of contrast and bling as opposed to that duller background is what I'm trying to achieve. Oh, the body actually has a little bit of colour in it somewhere. There.
Oh, look at this.
Let's try a little bit there. All right, so that might look okay. Actually, we might be all right, Ben. We'll dry that. And then we'll put that over, see where I put my heat gun there. Lost it. And the plot.
Few of you chatting still. Sarah's just saying, I ordered that shimmer collection last week, so that's the watercolour palette. They are arriving tomorrow. Looking forward to working with them. I feel like a lot of people have picked those up, and they are a great set to be playing with, particularly with a collection like this, where you've got the ability to try and get the shimmer into the wings of the butterflies and the dragonfly. I think you were seeing from some of the samples that Sheena was showing earlier on from the Dead collection, it's a set of paints I think you'll take into that collection too. So one certainly to pick up if you want to grab it today. Also on the show, the G2 as well at a discount today. So if you've been thinking about getting your hands on a Gemini 2, it is all on the shop the show. That's brilliant. Love it.
It's quite pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I would just stick on there. We'll stick that down, then we'll trim it. And let me just get one of these. Just for speed, we'll use the little dotty tape pen. And then we'll trim it after that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I think the good thing again is you've seen with this demo is it's all very achievable, isn't it? You sort of stripped it back just a little bit.
Well, that's what I wanted to do with For Beautiful Beginners. I wanted to make it something that was quick and achievable for any skill, or it's more confidence level, you know, than skill level. I think that's the difference. When the more you do, the more confidence you build up, really, rather than even skill. You just go, okay, yeah, I can do that, and then you just push yourself a little bit more, and you realise, oh yeah, okay, bring it on. So we'll trim that in the guillotine. Oh, we've just got this massive one here, but let's cut that down. Even if I have a tiny little border around that, I'm not worried too much.
Yeah.
And if I get that first side cut, that's some square edge for the rest of it.
Very pretty. For those of you who have just tuned in as well, Day of the Dead launch, we will be having a look at that in the final sort of half hour of the show. Don't tell anyone, but we're going to do a quick demo. Shh.
They didn't see us.
No, wasn't us. Oh, I can see that shimmer.
For a really quick demonstration of what you can do there. I think just that, you'll trim it up a little bit more tidily, but I wanted it to be a bit blingy and a bit matte in the background. So you could, if you wanted to enhance that bling, you could have gone over with like a sparkle pen or a bit of glitter before you put that overlay. But I think I would definitely leave that overlay after, put all the bling you want underneath, then put that on, and that's what makes it look super sharp, I think, is to put that on afterwards.
Absolutely brilliant. Love it. £40 or $47.20 for that collection. It's the 4-piece collection, and it is on the Shop the Show right now. If you want those paints as well, again, hit the Shop the Show button for all of that. We will have, when we come back, about half an hour or so. So let's get cracking. We'll have a look at the Day of the Dead collection. We won't go through it in sort of as much detail as we did earlier, but I can show you it all again, and we'll get onto a quick demo because I know a lot of you have already been shopping for that. So we'll do that when we come back. Head to the checkouts, and we'll meet you back here in about 4 minutes.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it's a side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up, then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards, we pick samples to send to Hobby Maker, we pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Lots of love coming through for that last demo. Pat saying, I love the technique. It's something I probably can do, but I lack the confidence. But like anything else, practice, practice, practice. You know what I would say? Just have a go in it, isn't it? Just have a go in it, because that's what I just do now. Have a go, and if it goes wrong, then you know, it's not the end of the world, is it? Really? It's just at least you don't have to do it on live TV like last night. Go on, off you go. Lily's going. You got to do the last hour, do some demos. Oh, but I'm not a crafter. Just go and do it. Just go. Come on, off you go. I just went and did it. But you know what? I have fun. If it goes wrong, bah. A few of you might laugh. Most of you will be like, oh, don't worry, at least you tried. That's the attitude. Just have a go. Just have a go. You can do it, Pat, definitely. I'll be watching this show again, you say. Once again, thank you to Sheena. Right, so going against the protocol here, but you know what? We are crafty rebels. We live on the edge. We're going to do it. It's the Day of the Dead. It's the Showstopper collection. I'll get the details up on the screen for you. The full collection is here. You're just, well, $2.60 shy of your free shipping. If you go for the full collection and you can afford to do so, obviously, you know, stick within your budgets, pop another paper bundle within your basket, and that will give you your free shipping. It will also give you half price on another set of your 12x12, 6x6, 8x8 vellum, and that cardstock. So that's the way to go. More to come on that later, but let's get into it. We're going to do a demo, and if we get time at the end of the show, I will take you through the full collection. The official launch is tonight on launch day, live at 5. I would encourage you in the meantime to pick the collection up. If you're just waking up, the official launch is at 5. We've switched things around today, but don't necessarily wait until then, because I think a lot of people have had the same idea today, and they're going to set their alarms a little bit later, join us for that show, and it's going to be hectic. So get yours now to ensure you get whatever it is that you want. Everything is available individually for you too. Alrighty then, let's do a little demo. I mean, such a comprehensive collection, Sheena. What are you going to show us in the final 20 minutes or so?
Well, I thought we'd stamp and cut out the sugar skull and colour him in. What do you think? Yeah?
Do it.
Okay, so we'll. I'm going to ink this up, and I'm using black this time. You know, not often I'll use like the off black pebble or flagstone or something. Yeah. But I'm actually going for black. And I'm going, and I know I'm making a noise as usual, but I'm just, the new stamps, the photopolymer. So when they're new, you really want to get them inked up well. If you want a nice black line, yeah, that's great.
Brilliant.
Look how nice and sharp that is.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I wanted. So a top quality, again, top quality material. We can't find, if there's nothing better we can bring you that you can make stamps out of. They haven't invented anything better that we know of that they can make a stamp out of. So you've got the best of the best here. And so I'm going to just do the top hat. And same thing, we're stamping them onto watercolour card, because the medium I'm going to use to colour them in with is going to be water. Oh,
hello.
Bear with, hang on. Hold the phone. that all about then? Let's try again. No.
Never.
Never. Well, I never did.
You naughty top hat.
Hang on. What? Right, if that happens,
Yeah.
try it on another axis, see what happens then.
Okay, try it the other way around and...
Done.
Yes.
Yay. Like
There's a
I said,
will,
a new
there's a way.
stamp, if anything like that, just give it a little tweak and then perfect.
Yeah.
It's the adrenaline speed crafting.
I know. You got through so much in this show.
Tell you what, the stamping gremlins are just having a laugh, aren't they?
They are. Those stamping gremlins. I had the misplacing gremlins last night when I was over there. Everything I wanted to pick up, whether it was the die or the folder, always went missing. I feel like there's a little gremlin round, whilst you're not looking, pops up and moves stuff around the desk and then pops back down again.
And then you look and it's like right in front of you,
Exactly
isn't it?
right,
it's
yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, well, how can that be?
Little
so,
crafty
right,
gremlins.
so we're going to take these down, Ben. We've got to take them down because they really are like virtually edge to edge, these ones, which I love, which is fabulous. So we'll just get them sorted like that. I prefer to cut out and then colour. And the reason being, if I have a problem, if I ever get anything wrong when I'm cutting out,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be as upset.
Oh, if you spent all the time.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Then, you know, like, I wouldn't have, I'd have my angry head on. You wouldn't want that.
Sheena's angry
My angry head. So now I'm just going to line that up, and I'm looking in the middle. I'm looking at the eye sockets and around the mouth and in the head to see, because obviously that's a solid die, so you can't see through it. So you've got to go with what you've got there to try and line that up. So let's hope we've got that.
I'm going to take out a leaf out of your book and start taping everything down from now on.
Yeah, you know what? It's just worth it, Ben, in the long run. It's like...
Belt and braces.
It saves the time in the long run,
Yeah.
you know. So we'll pop that through there like that. And I've used the waterproof black ink. Get that through there. Like that. Now, it depends how the colour you want to colour this guy in. If you wanted to make it look like a white, then you just need kind of a grey pen to, you know, give it some shading. But you might want to make it look like more like natural kind of bone kind of look.
Yeah.
So I've got that slightly off centre there. I could have lined it up better. Well, like, you know, them said, more haste, less speed, Ben. Just par for the course, but we can ink that up and it'll be fine.
Yes.
If that happens, don't fret. It's okay. It's just not perfectly lined up, but we can work with that. So what we're going to do, I've got some pens. You know, when I was talking about earlier about when you get your set, find colours, pick out some. It's worth taking the time and picking out colours that you can match to the papers.
Yeah.
So that's what I did here. Let me show you some of the backing papers that we're going to use. If you look at some sample sheets here, let's take a couple out. Let's take that one out. Just random sheets of paper.
Oh, I like that one.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just some lovely, lovely papers. They're just full on, full colour, joyous.
Absolutely, yeah.
That one, have I?
You must feel the celebration radiating off the paper.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you look at the colour palette here, what I've done is I've looked, we see that spicy orange and this teal green and that blue features quite a bit. So what I did was absolutely look at your colour chart you're going to make. And can you see how I've picked out colours that are represented in those papers?
Yeah.
And then that's what I'm going to be working with. Just take those colours, how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8 colours, plus I'm going to use black and probably browns for the natural neutral colours, you know, the skin tones and the bone colours or whatever. But that's is going to be my kind of working palette.
Okay.
Now the next thing, Ben, is I'm going to check out the colours themselves and what I'm going to use to colour in this skull. Now there's a quick way to do it, and let's do it the quick way. Let's do it the easy way. That's going to be, I'm going to use like I say, a neutral brownie colour. So let's try Pete. That'll work great. Pete's going to work a charm.
Good old Pete.
Good old Pete. Right, so I'm going to scribble Pete there like that. I'm going to take my blending tool And I'm using my my aqua pens here. So anything you like to colour in with, and you know, with me, my go-to is my aqua pens. You'll probably find there's one of the colouring mediums in the Crafter's Companion, you know, kit that you've become happy and familiar with. You know, that's your go-to. And I love the aquas, so that's my go-to. So I'm going to put some glycerin into my blending tool, which is going to thicken this up and slow down the drying time. And I'm just going to take that now and I'm going to try blending like this with this. So it's going to now make it more like a blending ink. Can you see how that's going on there?
Yeah.
And instead of like a dark line, I've just got a shaded kind of dirty kind of mark around there. And now that is going to go around the outside of this skull like this. And it can now start to give that a kind of off-white, kind of more like a bone kind of shaded tone to it.
That's a really good tip because it's quite difficult to know, how to kind of accent that, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely. And then we can add a little bit darker if you want to just build it up a little bit more. So around the sides, so lighter in the middle, darker around the sides, a little bit more of the pen. And then we can even go a little bit darker with a darker brown. Let's try a little bit of bark. So just what I'm doing is I'm just creating a kind of contour, a shading effect around this skull. Can you see now it's giving it, and there I want this side to look like it's got shadow. So you've got like the socket there, and you've got the bottom of the jaw, so as if there's less light here, and just where that little bit goes in there. So now instead of just that plain stark white,
it's come to life.
how quick is that? You're done with that. And then you can use your pretty colours that you've picked out to colour that guy in. So we'll use the fine areas now, the fine tip that we don't normally use, and you can just go ahead and colour in like this.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, don't see that very often.
No, hardly ever do it like this, but this is one of those occasions when this is the go-to, this is the ideal option for this, for sure. So we've got that around there like that. And so this is now, what we're going to do is we're sticking to the colours that are in the, they've picked out for this collection. Yeah. So it's all going to blend, it's all going to work together, nothing's going to clash.
Of course, you've got your ink pads as well, haven't you, if you go for the full collection?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to use those in the backing papers and things as well. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, they're all going to be, you know, you can water those down, you can just...
Are they duet ones again?
Sorry?
Are they duet ink pads?
Yes.
Yes.
They're colour bloom ink pads, sorry.
Colour bloom, right,
yes.
okay, yeah.
So we'll pop that around there and pop a little bit like this. And then, so you can see, we're just having fun with the colour bin.
Yeah.
And get all those colours that are represented in the papers around here like this. And that finer tip on the pens is the ideal scenario for this. You know that when I say like 5% of the time, this is that 5% of the time.
Yeah.
That'll be using this, the fine nib.
What are the colours you're using again? Penny's just asked. The names of the aqua pens that you've got.
I will read them out to you in a minute, Ben.
Okay.
How about we do that? So everybody can see what they are, yeah?
Yeah.
And we'll do a little roll call of colours. I actually took the picture of them and I put them, and if you forget, they're on my main, I think they're on my Facebook page, or they might be on the Inkette. No, they're on the main Facebook page. Maria took a photo. Yeah, she took a photo of them for me and put them up there, so you'll be able to see if you, you know, if you forget. But we'll read them out to you.
Always a worthwhile follow as well. If you don't follow Sheena, and then Sheena's Inkette's Facebook, isn't it? You're on.
Absolutely, yeah. And
are you on Instagram?
I'm not on Instagram yet, no. I just find it's so hard keeping up with everything. Oh, I know. Because the thing is, we like to answer ASAP, you know, when anyone asks anything. And it's like, wow, it's just so, it's so hard to keep on top of everything, isn't it? Yeah.
I've got my Facebook and Instagram, and then there's the temptation to get on TikTok, but no. Too much.
Yeah. You'd have no real life then, would you?
No, I know, that's the thing. Already on my socials, far too much, I think, really. Scrolling away at the end of the day.
Well, the thing is, we didn't want a site that isn't manned, you know, that isn't busy.
Yeah.
Because then you like, people don't want that. They want one that's actually active, don't you?
Yeah.
So can you see what we've got there now, Ben, is that
Fab.
that's all kind of coloured in really nicely. What you can do is you can use your black if you want to hide this little bit inside here. If you want to make that look a little bit, you see where it's got a little bit outside of the cut mark there.
Yeah.
And you can do the same in here, just with that, the brush nib. And then when we stick, and the same in here, and around there. And then when we stick that together shortly, that's going to look really cool. You'll see when we stick it together with the black card. So that there is ready now, and then we've got the top hat. So let's colour that guy in now. So what we'll do is we'll colour what we like for time, Ben?
We've got 12 minutes till the end of the show.
Okay, cool. Let's use a little bit of pink.
Plenty of time for you, Sheena.
Loads of time.
Loads of
teal.
time.
And we'll use a bit of the, we'll use the pink. Yeah, let's try with that. See what we get, how we get on with that. So I'm going to use a bit of this pink here, just at the top of these feathers, like this.
What demos have you got later, or are you just going to kind of see which way the wind blows?
Oh, I've got loads of fabulous demos. I think we'll probably start with this card here, Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll show you this before we go. We'll actually do that card. It's just so cool. Debbie's prepared that one for me. It just looks fabulous.
Make sure you wake everyone up ready for later on. If you've got any friends and family, particularly if you're Pacific time, make sure you give them a little message just before 9 AM to tell them we've got the launch coming up, because we have switched it around. Launch day normally the first show of the day, but we've popped this one in for the 5 o'clock show. I think it is going to be busy. So well done to those of you who've set the alarms early and got up and grabbed this collection. Make sure you come back and pick up all of the hints, tips and ideas that Sheena's going to bring to you. And bring those questions along to the show as well, because we want to make sure if you're going away with the collection that you know exactly what to do with it. So any questions you've got, feel free to fire those in as well. Should be a big launch.
Yeah, because you know it's only as good as you know what to do with it. So we want you to be inspired and be happy to play with it.
Yeah,
for sure. So I'm going to use this bark colour here, and I'm using it so hardly any water in the brush, and I'm going to go along where the cross hatching is.
Oh yeah.
Or the hatching, and put more of the paint there, but not hardly any water. And then I'm going to drag the paint with a little bit of water just towards the middle. So take some of the paint off and then just drag across, so it creates just a little bit of a highlight on that hat. Like this. So that was the bark again. So where there's the cross hatching, that tells you where there'll be shadow on there. So darker there, and actually it'll be darker underneath a little bit here as well, but there's less light. I go over that again a little bit more. And even if you drag across, you know, sometimes those hats look like silk anyway, so they've got a little bit of a kind of a shine, like a satin kind of like pattern in them, haven't they? Like a weave kind of thing.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And then this top's going to be lighter than the sides. Now what I want to do is I want to darken that a little bit, that hat. It's still looking a little bit light. The band I'm going to do black. You could do it kind of teal as well. Teal would look quite good. Let's do it teal.
Okay.
Let's do it a dark teal. Let's start with that and then make it darker. So start with that there. And then we can add some black over the top, which I'm going to do, which will tone it all down.
Oh, hello.
And then I'm going to pop a little bit more of that black, probably over the most of it to show a little bit more, give it a bit more drama, but more impact. So I still want to look a bit brown, but not, but darker, yeah? And probably the same on that teal, but I'll wait until I've done this little bit here first. Because you want it to look like an old, kind of well-used top hat. Don't
That's
want it
it,
to look
yeah.
all new and shiny.
It's one hat I haven't got. I do love my hats at home. I've got many sort of trilbies and flat caps, various hats.
You've not got a top hat?
I've got a top hat for those smart occasions. Top hat and tails, isn't it?
Yeah. Bit of Fred Astaire there.
That's it. You get your tap shoes on.
Fred and Ginger.
Yeah. I've got a big head, that's the problem.
Have you?
Yeah. It's all right with like baseball caps and stuff, you can adjust them, but...
So I've just caught the edge of that pen with a little bit of the black just to take away that little bit of white from the side there. You can add a little bit more drama here and there with a little bit of shading if you want, and also a little bit of white with the pen. The skull, you can add a little bit of shading with the black if you want in places as well, if you feel brave enough to do that, just to give it a little bit more drama. Can you see? Just by that, putting that little bit on there. And then I'm going to wipe this up. I'm going to pop a little bit of a white pen on there,
Yeah.
put it together so you can see. Now, we haven't got a whole card done, but that's going to be ready to play with later, and we can make a card and put a background. Actually, we might be able to get a background done and pop something quick together.
Okay.
I think we should be all right.
If you want a full flick through of the collection, did it about an hour ago, and of course we will go through it in such detail for you later on tonight when we officially launch this, because I don't think we're not going to get time because it's a big collection. So we'll see the finish of the demo, and then if you want to see it in full tonight at 5, we will go through it all. Lots of demos as well. What are we thinking? Maybe 3, possibly 4, 5, 6, 7 demos. I mean, oof.
Yeah, we'll be demoing for the full time, but the thing is they're quite complex cards.
Yeah.
So you know, you'll get a lot of stuff in that time. So that's really cool. But what you can do, so if I show you this one, we've got 2 options. We've got the matte version here, or you've got the bling version there. All right. So
All about the bling, me.
do you like the bling? Mm-hmm. Do you want to see the bling?
Well, you do you.
Well, it's an option, okay? Right, let's do the bling. Let's show you the bling then. So what you need for the bling is we need, talk amongst yourselves, I'm looking for an ink pad here and some embossing powder. So what you need is you need an ink pad.
Yeah.
You need some embossing powder with sparkling, and if you haven't got any embossing powder with sparkling, a clear embossing powder with some super fine glitter
Okay.
will do it.
Yeah.
Okay, and we need to take our hat. Now, what I would have liked to have done is put a little bit of a highlight on that as well. So just bear with, indulge me, just a minute, just bear with. I'm just going to use this.
Yes, your little white
Yeah,
highlighter
I just
pen.
think it'd look better with a little bit of a white, just to highlight.
Where is this from again? Bella Luna?
It is, yes. Or it was in the sketch kit as well. Leanne did talk about bringing it back in its own right as an individual thing. So we'll have to. I'll have a word with her and see if what she's doing about that, because it is such a good thing. This pen, you really don't want to be without it. You need it in your life. You absolutely need it in your life, because the difference it makes and things like this is massive. Like, I think that just looks so much better with that little bit of a highlight on it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
It just comes to life.
It just brings it, makes it pop, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For sure. So, right, so that there. So what we're going to do, and we're going to do this the same with the skull. Let's do the skull, and then that can be drying. Is you take your ink pad, it's got to be clean, and you're going to take your whole thing, and you're going to press it like this onto your clear ink pad, like that. And then take your sparkling embossing powder
Yeah.
and put it all over.
Yes. Bling up the skull.
And pop that back in there. And this is it's just such a good way, a quick way of you know, blinging something up. It looks like you've used like a glitter card.
And that's exactly the same how the effect was achieved on the top hat as well, yeah?
Yes, exactly the
cool.
same. So even if we don't get to show you the top hat,
Yeah.
know that this is what I did to get that top hat the same.
Well, Sarah's going to be doing this. She said, I got the highlight pen with the Sheena Shaders collection. I don't remember the highlight pen being in that bundle, but there you go. I don't remember yesterday, Sarah, to be honest with you, so good. At least you've got the pen so you can recreate this this demo, and as I said, plenty more to come tonight. It won't be long till the official launch.
And I think that looks super cool with the
Does.
bling on it.
Give it a
And
little
then
wiggle.
What you want to do,
Oh,
Ben,
yes.
to finish that off,
Yeah.
is to draw around a bit of black card, just roughly, and you're going to stick that like that,
Yes.
and look at the difference that makes.
Mm-hmm. That is amazing.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah. There you go, sparkly sugar skull.
Fantastic. Hopefully, we have whetted the appetite sufficiently for the big launch tonight. It is 5 o'clock as per, live at 5. So that is midday if you're Eastern. If you're Central, that is 11 a.m. If you are Pacific, probably you're in bed so you won't hear this, but it's 9 a.m. Just in case you woke up and you thought, oh, I missed launch day. You haven't. The official launch is coming up at 9 a.m. your time. So pop yourself back to sleep, set your alarm, 10 to 9, to make sure you join us for the collection. We have the showstopper deal for you, just to reiterate, that is everything that you're seeing on set here. And again, we'll go through it all in full detail in the show. And then when you buy the showstopper, you get the option to get the bonus buy, which is another set of the 12x12 papers, the 6x6 papers, your card pack in there, which I think is brilliant because you're getting your gold, your mirror card gold, your matte mirror, and then also your black cardstock, and you'll get another set of the 8x8 vellum included for half the price. So bottom of the screen there, you can halve that price when you pop it in with your showstopper. If you are the other end of the scale and maybe budget's a little bit tighter and you do want to pick and choose, everything is available for you. It's all loaded up now on the website, so go in, pick and choose the individual elements, the bits and pieces that you want, and make up your own smaller bundle. And if you're up now, I would say there's no reason why you shouldn't shop now and then come to the show later on just to pick up all of the ideas, all of the hints, tips, and the techniques. What a fantastic show. Massive thank you to Sheena, and later on we'll go through all of the finished samples again, and the card you've got in front of you there is the one we think we're going to do first, yeah?
This one,
Yeah.
yes, we'll do that one.
Look at that.
That very card.
I love the little fan effect down the front.
It's fab,
so
isn't it?
cool.
Yeah.
So, all that and more coming your way this afternoon, live at 5. Massive thank you to Sheena. Thank you to you guys as well for getting up early and joining us for Beautiful Beginnings. But set those alarm clocks. Be back here at 5 o'clock for what is going to be an unbelievable show. And like I said, in the meantime, I think it's going to pay you to get checked out. All the other things that we brought to you on this show, like the Taking Flight dies and, of course, the Honeysuckle collection that we brought you at a brilliant price, those are all on the Shop the Show for this one, Beautiful Beginnings. All of the goodies you've got here, Shop the Show on launch day, all on our brand new website. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll meet you back here in 3 hours' time for a huge launch. See you then.